everyone, and welcome to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. I'm your host, Kim Opera, and today's episode, we have an amazing lineup. You know we're all about spontaneity here, so you don't want to miss out on today's episode. Grab your popcorn, sit tight, as we'll be right back after the short break. Welcome back. Diving right into the show, we have reality stars, actors, and my personal power couple, Elozonam and Diane.
Hi.
Hi, Kim.
I had to do it for my Diallo shippers.
It's fine.
I had to do it for them. How you guys doing?
Fine, thank you.
We're good.
AFVCA award-winning stars. Okay? Put some respect on their names.
Exactly. Exactly.
So from Big Brother house till becoming in the industry, you're now a movie producer. You've always been a content creator from back then, evolved, and you're doing more. You have like the Showmax stuff that you're doing. How's life been in general for you? How's growth been?
Take it first.
It's been a roller coaster, but as with all things, it's always interesting to see how things grow, they evolve. There's also growing pains, which is normal. There are down times, there's the high periods as well. So it's been pretty interesting, to be honest. Couldn't ask for better.
For me, I would say unraveling all the layers, learning, relearning, unlearning, just evolving. It's not been like the easiest route to take when it comes to filmmaking, because there's the part where people do not really necessarily see, they just see the final product. So it's not been easy, but I thank God that, the AMVCA, just that was it's like a point in that right direction, that you're doing something right. People are seeing your work, and because they took out their time to put in the votes and then winning with the people that were there in that category is mind-blowing. So again, I just want to say thank you to you guys. I appreciate it.
How did you guys come up with campaigning together for the votes?
It was her idea.
Give me my credit.
It was her idea. She's like, oh, Ella, hi. I was like, what's going on? I was like, so what are you doing for the AM? Are you trying to campaign? I'm like, I'm not doing anything, man. I was nominated last year. The lineup was very discouraging. She's like, yeah, but I feel like we should do something because people are really rooting for us and everything. So let's give them something to work with. I'm like, Diane, this you? And I'm like, okay, no problem. And then I had my script writer draft 2 scripts, and we took it from there.
That's amazing because people really don't understand the essence of collaborations, and collaborations actually sell. It works, and it's just really amazing to see that you guys did that together, and not that one person won and the other person didn't win. You guys actually won each other's. Yeah.
I think it was because of that campaign that
I
we
think
did
so. I really think
that we
so.
won. To be very honest.
I didn't say it was. It was. So thank you guys.
I would have won regardless.
Not really. I don't know, to be honest. I don't
know.
I don't know.
But I feel like that was that.
But the thing about the BBN fandom is that they are very loyal to their
very
own.
loyal.
So it's not just me and Elo that won. Toby Bakri too won in his own category too. So it's they are very loyal to everybody.
That's amazing.
And they like that, yeah, we did it,
How was that moment for you?
Days. Please go first.
To be honest, I felt like if I stay 5 minutes on that stage, I would start crying. So that's why I made sure that my speech was very, very short because it was really emotional. I needed to say record it. I think I could just stand up from my seat. They had to tap me, and I was just so happy, so excited.
I remember standing up. I was like,
yeah, you're looking for me.
Who is that?
I swear, I was literally so shocked, and I was just happy. You don't understand because where record is there from and where it is right now, nobody will understand. So for me, it was such a big deal, and I was just I just wish my dad was there. So for me, it was that moment. Everything was just so emotional. But I was like, let me after this thing, I'm not going to cry.
I'm not crying.
So you almost cried.
I no cry. The point is, I didn't cry.
Her voice cried.
Well, true.
I was not feeling great physically. I'd eaten a bad salad, she knows, and I think I had food poisoning.
Because you didn't share. That was what happened.
And when they called my name, that entire sickness I think there was a rush of adrenaline, and it was really surreal because my lineup was...
Your lineup was always very
tough. It
tough.
was crazy, and that was one of the reasons I was very discouraged to actually campaign.
But can you remember that I told you were going to win? So say
she always said it, like, I think we're going to win. And then I won, I was like, oh my God, I didn't believe it because I didn't put that much effort into campaigning. It was just those videos and that was it, right? And I did not believe that I won out of the entire lineup. And it was really surreal. Like there was so much energy. I could not stop talking. And they told me that they're taking lights. I should stop acting. Oh my God. I want to like properly calm down and like they're taking lights, stop. And I stopped. Like honestly. And I was so happy that my twin brother was around. He surprised me from the Netherlands and my mom was also there. So they got on stage with me amongst other friends. It was a winning moment, like the true definition of a winning moment. It was awesome.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. Well, congratulations again to our Diallo faves. I will never let you guys rest. I will never. I am the number one shipper of Diallo. So talking about the thought process that goes into your content production, right? You have a lot of short movies that you've done over the years, aside recording the series. What's the thought process that goes into that?
I think I started my production because I wanted to express myself, and people know I'm not such an expressive person. If you ask me how I am, fine. I just don't know how to express emotions like that. I usually just would think of something I want to shed light on, and I think that's my form of expression because people always expect life to be black and white, and I believe that there's imperfection and it's still beautiful regardless of what it is. I think that there's that gray line that we should be able to find what is in it, and it doesn't mean it's imperfect, it just means it's life. Do you understand? I feel like people just judge people a lot. People try to, I don't know, but like just show that people go through things that make them what they are or who they are, and then you can't necessarily be God because like we're just humans and we're all living. So that for me is what I do, like just express. I thought on social issues and trying to enlighten people and making people think like outside the box, not just think that, okay, this is straight, this, because you heard this story, this is one story. No, there's something else that could also happen. So my films always have like a twist or something that makes it complicated,
First and foremost, I just want to have a great time. I just want to have fun. Secondly, as growing up, I have watched a lot of sci-fi, action, romantic comedies, horror, and I find it very fascinating. And I'm like, how did they do this? The only way I know or I try to figure things out is by actually trying to do them. Right? So I know, okay, yeah, I want to tell the story like this. I want it to look edible. I want it to just, when you see it, just want to lick the screen. You get, and then have like a, just basically challenge your brain as you're watching while getting entertained, and just tell basic stories or fun stories. I just want people to have fun. That's it. I think about what I want to do, and then I have a script writer. We just bounce off ideas, and I tell them, okay, this is what it is. I take my time to sit into the idea, and then along the line, I maybe add a few elements to it, and then it helps when I talk. So if I'm talking to my scriptwriter, I'm bouncing off ideas, and then things start to come out, and then I give it to him, who is a more professional writer and has had professional experience to now break it down and tell the proper story. And then I go behind the scenes and produce.
But how does it feel though? Because I mean, like you've been doing this right before Big Brother House, but for someone like Diane that you had like little or no experience like in the industry before the house, right? This is something that you talked about in the house. This is what you wanted to do. How does it feel like to actually be living in that moment right now?
To be honest, I would say it's just God and the right people that kept on pushing me. Because I remember when I was in the house, so first person that said something about like film for me was, I think Venita pointed it out, we're sitting in the garden. So yeah, garden with you two, and then Elo and Venita like spoke about it, and they're like, oh, I think you'll really be good on TV and like film production and all that stuff. So I also say my friends outside the house that I met production people, film production. So I usually thought that you had to go to film school, learn all the basics and all that, but they also told me that you can learn on the job. So I am still learning on the job. Doesn't mean I won't go to film school. Hopefully I'll go to film school soon. But like, I'm learning on the job and it's been exciting. They keep pushing me. Even times where I felt like giving up. Trust me, there was one project that we lost the file and I had to reshoot, and that cost me a lot.
Wow.
And I remember saying, you know, this is my last production. I am done. I want to do. I gave up. So every time they'll say, just finish saying that one, you come back again and we'll produce another thing. So like they always keep me going. I think just surrounding yourself with people
right
that believe in you,
yes.
people that just see you even like greater than you even see yourself. Like
Yes.
that is just beautiful. So for me, that's what's helping me and keeping me all together.
I know that several times is this really what I want to be doing? Is this really what I want to be doing? And then I'm like, because I like to get involved in all aspects of my work. So that's from pre-production to production
Yes.
to post-production. So while all the actors, everybody's done filming, I'm now, I have to start post-production. So it's mentally challenging, it's really tasking, but by the time you start, it's like washing plates. When you see the stacks of plates, you just be like, oh. By the time you start to wash, you walk up a groove and then you start to see the progress. So I start to see my progress, I start to like what I'm seeing, and then I keep going. And then I think the reward is in the job completion, when you see everything coming together.
Yes.
That's its own reward. So yeah.
How are you able to balance your life with your busy schedules? Because you're still doing your YouTube on the side, you still have your African Magic series, you're acting movies, you're creating your own content, guys.
You have to find a balance, man.
How are you able to find that balance?
Because it's what you want to do. If it's something you want to do, you find a way to do them. I want to act in other people's productions as well as do my own stuff. So you have to strike a balance and manage your time better. This is where maturity comes in, right? And experience. When you know, okay, if you're going to be on a set for a long time, you cannot juggle being on somebody else's set and creating your own content, then you plan ahead. Okay, for a month, I'm going to be on this person's set. Maybe I should shoot all my bits of content before or right after. So you have to plan so that you always have something doing. You get? So I think it's just time management and planning. If you really want to do it, you get it done.
Yeah, but what of your personal life? Do you have time to date and stuff? Yeah.
Very
Oh
slick.
my goodness.
Very, very slick. Very, very slick. Everybody always has time to date. If anybody says otherwise, they're lying.
I don't know how you guys do it until I started doing this officially. Like,
How do you do it? Let me also ask you a question.
time. I don't have time.
Exactly. You don't have
I don't have time. Really, I actually don't. You guys
you have to make
are
time.
just living the life, and I
will
love
not.
it.
You know what?
I
You know
love
what?
it.
Yes.
Yes, you're living the life because this is what you want to do.
Yes.
Yes, actually.
And you're living in the
Yes.
moment and you're enjoying every bit of it.
Yeah.
Now you have awards that it's set in stone for life. That this is who you are, this is what you've done. I'm actually very proud to know you guys and see you guys grow.
Thank you.
I'm
We're also
really,
proud
really
of you. I will
happy.
not-
Funny story.
We're not proud of Kim.
But it's Kim. Kim is my. Kim doesn't know, but she's
Kim.
like a travel
Yeah.
vlogger.
As in,
Go to- I'm like, okay, Bali.
Trust Diane.
Kim. Seychelles, Kim.
Please leave me alone.
Ibiza, Kim. Kim has gone to 110.
Today is about you guys, okay?
Yeah.
How did recording come about being on African Magic?
When I first did it on YouTube, I think I reached out to a lot of people who gave me contact and like, oh, this is a C, this is this person, you could talk to this person and all that. So I did that and it didn't even happen. So I remember I was already planning to shoot my season 2 on my YouTube, do you get it? And I got a text and saying that Busola Tej, the head of content creation in African Magic, wanted to speak with me. So that was how it came about, and I was able to have my project on African Magic. So I guess like somebody's putting the good word for me.
For
From all the
you.
people that I've like been talking to, the CEs. So thank God.
You were really happy, right?
Yeah.
You see why it's so important for people to call your name in a room full of opportunities.
Yeah.
It's very, very
Yeah.
important. People don't understand how important that is. How was it for you to like having the Showmax deal, the podcast for all like the Big Brother? That's like, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is definitely for Elozonam.
I mean, that was interesting because they called me and they said, oh, they're looking at, getting me to host a broadcast show for BBN. I'm like, oh, okay. That's interesting because I was doing a cliffhanger before I entered the house, and even after I got out the house, so it was a bit similar. And they did not even know about this. That's the funny story.
No.
Like they were not aware that I had done something like this. And I'm like, yeah, I'd done something like that. I think like, I'll be good for it because now it's official. So I can basically like go in. Before you just be trying to really be careful, not
Try
to
and
piss
see-
anybody off. But
yeah.
now you can. That would be very interesting
That's
to see. So you
nice.
can just nudge them a little bit, just push them and liberty, license to. I didn't have to worry about pre-production or post-production or anything. I just showed up, wore my costume, went in. The only thing I had to do was watch the show constantly, which I did not have a problem with.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
I mean, social media will always keep you up to date regardless.
They always have wrong narratives.
Thank you! So you have to watch it for yourself to know that you cannot really trust social media.
Yeah.
Just can't.
Yeah.
You really can't. So I never took anything off social media. I always watched the show.
Can you hear? Are you guys hearing?
Yes.
You have to watch the show.
Yeah.
So go and pay that subscription immediately and watch it.
Yes.
Talk to us. There's been a lot of conversations about the All Stars.
We've been hearing things in the
There's a lot of
grapevine.
conversations. You know, I've just been seeing on Twitter, like, All Stars, we want these people to be in All Stars, we want the people to All Stars. If there's ever a time where All Stars will come out again, would you be willing to, is it something you would be willing to do again? No. And
I know
why?
she's a flat no.
And why?
Why? For me, oh my goodness. Let's say this question, Kim.
Be diplomatic.
Yeah, I'm trying. My head is calculating. So I would say for me personally, I think I would want to be in part of the production team so that I can learn and it adds value to me.
Good.
And I also think that people that are naturally born for reality TV, I have to be honest with myself, I do not necessarily think that I am there yet.
Can you tell us about your upcoming project, things in the works, and what we should be expecting for you from the next quarter of the year?
Okay, so I do have a 4 limited series titled Love Notes. It's already in post-production. Hopefully, I'll just say, watch out. I have Dear Diane coming out, like we're in pre-production phase, so like that's also a series, but this will be on YouTube, so yeah. That and who knows what else.
I'm in pre-production of something I'd like to call a reality TV spoof.
Nice.
Basically a reality TV show like Keeping Up with the Kardashians mixed with young, rich and famous, but like totally ridiculous. Everything exaggerated. This is the first time I'm actually saying this out loud. So I'm going to have a bunch of cameos, real characters, real celebrities, but it's just going to be really stupid.
Yes, I get
big
you.
on entertainment, you get. So that's what it is. So that's where I'm putting my energy into next.
So I talk about Hello Neighbor.
Hello Neighbor is already running, so it's not my next project, it's almost done. I mean, okay, well, I have a show running on YouTube and all my socials called Hello Neighbor. It's basically a guy and his neighbor who, I mean, his neighbor is always disturbing him, basically.
Oh, yes, I saw it.
Yes, so that's what it is.
Oh, that's what with Jemima.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm not giving away too much. It's a rom-com and it's ridiculous as well. So
There's been a lot of commentary like that. What kind of neighbor do you have?
exactly. So that's what I'm
Oh,
doing
that's lovely.
right now.
Aw.
And then other things to come. Back from the Future is also going to come back. I have to tie a bow on that and finish it up. So yes.
Okay, all right, guys. It's been an amazing time with Elo and Diane. All right, guys, it's a wrap on today's episode on Trending, brought to you by Airtel. We've had an amazing time with Diane and Elo in the studio with us. I hope you had an amazing time too. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. On Instagram, it's at official HIPTV. On Twitter and YouTube, it's at HIPTV. Till we see you again next time, my name is Kim Opera, and don't forget to keep it moving.